It's crunch time for all the spiritual people. It's crunch time for all of the spiritual people. And Glastonbury is like, and I guess that's why I'm here. You know, Glastonbury is like, you know, spiritual graveyard. You know, and I'm probably the realest part of it. Yeah, so this is Glastonbury. I frequent here every so often, and hey, this is a good friend of mine, Sky. Come and say hi. We're doing a day in the life.
A day in the life of England's first immortal.
An immortal yogi.
Yeah.
21st century.
That's right. And I'm his greatest believer, because I fully 110% understand what he is and how he does it.
And that's the key.
And I've been there, but for my path and the work I need to do in the mortal reality, I had to step back for a while.
I in no way do I consider myself a master yet, but I'm getting there. I still have a lot of things to get through in my life, a lot of understanding to get through. But luckily with guys like him around, it's going to be...
You've mastered the food addiction, you've mastered the drink addiction, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's beyond the mortal perception, you know?
And after that, it's a piece of cake.
Yeah, okay, that's right. And I want to sing a little song dedicated to you. Here we go. Sometimes all I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. Okay. See you later, bro.
I grew up in inner city, Brixton, Clapham area, and then we moved. My mother was a single mother, and we moved to Peckham, and that's where I was pretty much raised, in Peckham. Peckham, I love it. Salt of the earth. You know, you can't get any realer than Peckham. You know, the people are real as hell over there. It's like Yorkshire. You know, you're just brought up tough. You just brought up tough. I was always different. I was always quiet. I was always into nature. I was always messing with bugs and stuff. When everybody was playing computer games, Atari and whatever, you know, and Sega, I was always messing with bugs and pulling wings off flies and whatever, and legs off ants to see if they could still move. That's the laundrette. It was an interesting thing going to the laundrette today, because it's probably the first time in about a month I've washed my clothes, and it's the first time with this lifestyle I've washed my clothes in a laundrette, and I had to navigate the whole paying for it. I have one set of clothes, luckily, that I wear all the time. Luckily I had another pair of trousers that was given to me, because the reason why I have one set of clothes is by choice. It's not because I'm poor, but people tend to believe that I'm poor and they want to give me clothing. So luckily I had a pair of trousers I could wear in the laundrette. My life really changed when rugby league came my way in secondary school. I didn't know what rugby league was, and God knows why I went after school and kind of signed up for this thing. But anyway, I did. After school came, went, I loved it, absolutely loved it. Ran home, couldn't even breathe, told my mum about this thing called rugby league and how much I love it. And you know, she let me do it again and stay on after school and come home late and all that kind of stuff. That went from the school team. At the same time as that, I was captain of the London team. I played for London schoolboys. Again, I will never forget it, because you got to imagine that all us inner city kids from Peckham, like we were only exposed to crime. That was the main event of our lives. That changed my life. That was a father figure for me, because my father wasn't around. So I learned about how to respect men, how to be a man, how to respect you know, people in general, and how to be respected. The lighter my lifestyle gets, it's like the lighter my life gets in terms of possessions, etc., and ownership of things. The lighter I get, it's like the more I want to let go of. So I'm at the bare knuckles now, bare essentials, and that for me is my iPod, my music, and hair clippers. That's the and it's funny because we're just approaching the barbers that I'm experimenting with. It's right here, and I paid for my first haircut, and I haven't paid for my haircut since I was a kid. And I came here as a fiver, and I paid for my haircut. And the whole thing with that is to see how I would deal with not carrying hair clippers. If I could use the community, all the resources in the community. Yeah, by the sixth year, I was on loan to a really lowly club for a month, just to get some games in. I was in their first team, and I was running around with the ball, and basically got clobbered by two like huge dudes. But it wasn't an ordinary clobbering. I was in an awkward position because they only just caught me, so I got into an awkward position, and when one had just clawed me and slowed me down, the other one jumped on top of me, and it ripped my neck from here down to my back, to the middle of my back. And it was like, if you could hear just tearing wet chicken, that was my neck. And I was out for maybe 2 years, and after a year I just quit, and I couldn't move my neck without really severe pain. And during that time I got onto the whole fruitarian thing, and that was a revelation, and I thought I made that up myself. So yeah, you have all these things for the regular people. You have this one. This is a great cafe for the regular people. The food is great for them. And you know, for Glastonbury, it's a town full of teachers. Everyone's a teacher. Everyone's a spiritual teacher. There's not enough. There's too many chiefs in Glastonbury. Not enough Indians. So of course, that little cafe there is a great meeting place for all the gurus, wannabe gurus, the accepted spiritual people. The whole fruitarian thing for me was just eating fruits as they came. No preparation, no garnishing, no making it look nice or appetizing. It was just, you saw an orange, you peeled it, you ate it, and that's it. I didn't realize that was like an advanced level in the raw food community. I didn't realize it was a completely extreme way of life in their eyes. I just thought, being inner city kid from Peckham, I came into it without any fear, without any information. I just did it because it felt right. Basically, nobody wanted to take on the label fruitarianism or fruitarian. I did. And I'm doing the same thing with the breatharian label in terms of taking it on, proving everybody wrong, and then saying, right, this is what it is. So of course I went through I learnt my trade with the whole fruitarian thing, and it went on for like 8 to 10 years, the whole process. I learnt about the cleansing, and this is how I hold the term cleanliness is next to godliness so highly, because I went through all that. I did things that nobody wanted to do. And this is here in Glastonbury. That's a little health store where I get my pink Himalayan sea salt and anything that takes my fancy. I have to have a place where I can get that pink Himalayan sea salt because it's my cleanser. It cleans my aura and it cleans me internally. And because I pick up a lot of things, energy from people. Because I realised, you know, you can't just clean for 3 days and think you're sparkling. It's not going to happen. You have to clean consistently for in my case it was years. I had to clean for years consistently before I even saw any breakthroughs. And when I did see the breakthroughs, that's when I made the progress onto liquidarianism. In terms of getting to that stage, you need to invest like at least 15 years. At least 15 years to where you're food-free, water-free, consistently. Because I spent like 6 years on orange juice, alone. But still here a lot goes on behind the scenes. You have a lot of drugs that goes on here. You have a lot of drugs of all kinds. Not just the eating drug or the drinking drug, but drugs of all kinds. And you have all kinds of spiritual practices that maybe aren't that good, aren't that spiritual either. Many people will tell you about the different kinds of energy here. So you have here, you have the spiritual stores with the clothing, and it's like, you know, you have to buy into the whole clothing thing. Wearing certain types of clothing, certain colours, and it's like being in a street gang in LA. If you're not wearing the right colours, then you're not in the gang, you know, the spiritual gang. After the 5-6 years, breatharianism started to creep in, and I started to drink water, like a glass of water a day, and that went to like half a glass of water a day. Sounds crazy, to a point where a mouthful of water felt so heavy and uncomfortable. And I know it was because it was water. Stop that. And that went on and off for a period of time. And then, of course, that was the signaling of breatharianism being phased in. And as you can see in Glastonbury, there's a lot of Hey, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm well. I'm an Aussie.
An Aussie?
And I know Sky. And
oh no, you don't know
this
Sky?
man, and I know this man too.
Hello.
I know everyone in Glastonbury nearly. I lived here 13 years.
You've been here long?
I've only been here 5 days from LA.
Okay.
We were with the Skulls and the Maya.
Yeah.
But Sky was telling me about your breatharian work.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
Someone's got to.
Oh no, but my friend was Jasmine.
Cool.
Yeah, but you didn't know about her.
No, I've connected with her on Facebook.
Right.
But that woman is so busy, so it wasn't really. I don't even know if it was a real connection. I don't know if it was her assistant or whatever.
Ah. And what's your name?
Genesis.
Genesis.
Yeah.
Oh, good one.
So.
What brought you to Glastonbury?
The Paul brought me to Glastonbury.
The who?
Paul, the energy.
The pool.
Pool.
The vortex.
Yeah.
The portal.
The vortex.
The portal of the immortal. The portal of the immortal.
That's what I would say. So yeah.
Who not
that's
who?
pretty much why I'm here. I think.
So do you actually just have a cup of tea to just be socialised, or are you
No,
totally off food, everything?
I'm totally off
You can't do
everything.
it. Like
But I-
Jasmine
but I-
used to have cuppas and coffee and
I don't
that.
do the whole social thing
Yeah.
because I through trial and error. That's how I.
But you didn't aim at doing
No, I
this
didn't.
at
do,
all.
I didn't even
Spirit
want to
just
do it.
guided you
Yeah.
that you were meant to be that example.
Yeah.
And are you going to take off and meet other breatharians, or
I would love to, but they're not very sociable.
they're not sociable?
No,
You're
I've
not
tried to
sociable
connect.
either?
I am actually.
You are.
I've tried to connect, but they're not very sociable.
Why do you
So-
think they're not sociable?
I've no idea. Maybe I don't know.
So do your
maybe they
tattoos
think-
help you? And
Personally, yeah.
they help you
yeah.
align.
Their initiation.
Their initiations. Who did it for you?
A beautiful lady in Shoreham, most of them now. Yeah, but I've had various.
So what have you got
states.
just here?
Here?
Is your head totally all covered?
Yeah.
Your body?
Yeah.
Are you all done?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I've got horns going across
You
there.
got horns?
Yeah.
You know what happened? I was at Venice Beach and there's a guy, a black guy, I've got it on my iPhone, he's walking around, we're in Venice Beach, and it's like, you know, 3 times crazy as Glastonbury. But energetically, he was walking with his horns.
Wow.
Here, real horns on it. So what's the horn mean?
I have no idea. It could be personal for him.
The
it
horn
could be
god. It's all been
god.
twisted around. In England, I think the horn god was like the deer. What's the antler of the? What's it called? The elk. It's to do with the elk energy. So it's very pure to do with the white hart. The white hart elk. There you go. It's not
That's
just
my new name.
It's the
White Hart Elk.
Yeah, I'm going to give you my card.
Please do.
Okay. So bless you,
God.
whoever you're filming, and bless. Anyway, I have to get on my way because I have to meet someone at 3:30.
All right. Well, give Sky your card or something, and
I'm going to give it to you, and you can give
Okay.
it to Sky again.
All right.
Okay. Bless you. I'll just get it.
Okay. Your organs change. Your organs shrink. It's like an elastic band. Yeah. Man-made food is a means of keeping you stretched, keeping your stomach stretched. Like I said, it's like an elastic band. If you pull the elastic band and you let go of the other end, it will snap right back to its original size. And I believe that that's what the body's doing when we eat man-made foods or eat and drink, period. We're stretching the organs and taking them out of their original shape. To this day, I've been doing it for like over 3 years now. Food-free, water-free, just my saliva. When people tell me how long I've been doing breatharianism or how long I've been not having anything, I will tell them that's not the case. I always have something. I always have my saliva. The pressure to be pure is unbelievable when you say that you're a breatharian and you don't have anything. Is unbelievable. It's like you even feel awkward going into a supermarket to buy trash bags, rubbish bags, or a toothbrush, just in case somebody sees you walking past the food. You know, it's that, you know, you're under the microscope. And I can actually teach somebody how to go food-free or breatharian. I just need them to commit to the amount of time that it will take, which is, like I say, is over 15 years. Being so demanding, it's, I don't know how popular it's going to be. Because, you know, I mean, who wants to go without food and drink and live their life with no